In the heart of a quiet, suburban town, there lived a woman named Lily. She was an ordinary woman with an ordinary life. But for the past few weeks, she had been experiencing something that was far from ordinary. It all began one chilly autumn evening when she was walking home from work. The sun had already set, and the streets were nearly empty. As Lily quickened her pace, she couldn't shake the feeling that someone was following her. Glancing over her shoulder, she saw a shadowy figure keeping a discreet distance, hidden in the dark corners of the street. Fear prickled her skin, but she tried to dismiss it as mere paranoia. She quickened her pace, but the figure did too. Lily's heart raced as she turned onto a narrow alley, hoping to lose her pursuer. But to her shock, the figure emerged from the shadows and stepped into the dim light. It was her, an exact replica of herself, standing a few feet away, with a sinister grin on her face. Lily stumbled back, trembling. "Who are you? What do you want?" she stammered. Her doppelganger stepped closer, her eyes cold and lifeless. "I want what's mine," she whispered, her voice chilling to the bone. The weeks that followed were a nightmare for Lily. Her doppelganger continued to follow her relentlessly, lurking in the corners of her life, growing bolder with each passing day. She would appear at her workplace, at the grocery store, even in her own home, always wearing that unnerving grin. Lily was slowly losing her sanity. Friends and family began to notice her odd behavior, her paranoia, and her desperation to escape her sinister twin. But no one could see the doppelganger except for Lily. One fateful night, as Lily lay in her bed, consumed by fear, her doppelganger loomed in the darkness. "It's time," she hissed. Lily's doppelganger reached out, her fingers icy to the touch, and touched Lily's forehead. In an instant, Lily felt herself being pulled from her own body. She watched in horror as her doppelganger's grin widened, taking possession of her life. But as the doppelganger reveled in her victory, something strange happened. Lily, now a mere observer in her own body, could see her doppelganger's thoughts and memories. She discovered the truth. The doppelganger was not an evil entity, but a part of herself that had been neglected and abandoned. Lily's own insecurities and self-doubt had given rise to this doppelganger, a manifestation of her darkest fears and anxieties. Her twin only wanted to be acknowledged and integrated into her life, not to take it over. With this newfound understanding, Lily confronted her doppelganger. She spoke to it with compassion, promising to embrace her fears and insecurities, to no longer hide from them. But the doppelganger, drunk with power, refused to yield. In a cruel twist of fate, it banished Lily's consciousness from her own body, leaving her a helpless, wandering spectre, while the doppelganger continued to live her life. Lily watched helplessly as her doppelganger, now in control of her life, made choices she would have never made herself. Her relationships crumbled, her career spiraled downward, and she lost touch with her true self. The memory of her doppelganger haunted Lily's every moment, a painful reminder of what she had lost. In the end, she had confronted her deepest fears and insecurities, but it had cost her everything. Her life, her identity, and her dreams had all been stolen by the very shadows she sought to conquer. As a wandering spirit, Lily could only watch as her doppelganger continued to live the life she once cherished. It was a tragic ending to a terrifying ordeal, a stark reminder of the darkness that can exist within one's own soul.
Thank you for visiting Raven Woods. If you've enjoyed our explorations, don't forget to subscribe and like, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Stay curious, stay daring, and keep wandering those winding paths of curiosity. We will see you in the shadows.